Now living in the Philippines, you are watching TMB True Matters Broadcasting. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back to my life. My name is Maycha'al Ban Ya Osher Al. Yes, I'm coming to you live. I'm coming to you live and direct. Live and direct from 4 or 5 streaming platforms. I'm actually on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I'm actually on 2 different platforms here on YouTube because I got 2 channels. One Maycha'al Banya Osher Al. I'm coming live from there. And the next one now living in the Philippines. Please subscribe, please like, please share, please comment. It's very important. It's very important. So first, let me just clear up some things here. One, I wanted to go live only on YouTube on my Now Living in the Philippines channel. That's where I was going to do. I was going to stop streaming live on all these different other platforms and just focus my attention on. I wanted to focus my attention on just YouTube and just kind of like straighten my vibes there. But I realized something, ladies and gentlemen, that the very reason for going live in the first place is to get the message out to as many people as I can possibly get the message out to before time run out. Before time run out. And yes, time is running out. Many people don't know that we're coming up on some serious time, and time is running out, ladies and gentlemen. And what I'm talking about is not the end of the world. We're not here preaching or teaching doomsday, end of the world prophecies here. We don't have time for that, right? Because we know the prophecies by simply looking at the book. Now we are actually, the King James Version, the 1611 King James Version, 1606 is one of the earliest first translation of the word of Yahweh that is translated in different languages. And one of the things that I want you to understand today and understand it very clearly is this, is that we are dealing with a translation, and sometimes transliteration. And transliteration can be confusing when you don't know the truth, because you're transliterating something from one aspect of what it is in one language to another language. And sometimes if the language is the pen, I hope everybody can see this. If the language is the pen in, say, Hebrew, and you're trying to get those who do not speak Hebrew to actually understand the language of Hebrew, which is like, say, let's say the pen, we kind of put it into the remote control for English. So when you read the English version of the translation, or what I call transliteration, or now titled transobliteration, you read it in the English, the filthy English language, the heathen language. You're reading it in this, and you're seeing the remote, but you have no idea that it's actually the pen. And so the confusion is trying to understand what the Creator has said, how he said it verbatim. And to get that, you have to go back and actually read it in its original text. Now, we have the source language, and we do have a ravenous bird among us. The ravenous bird, ladies and gentlemen, is one who was prophesied that would come to restore to us the truth about the counsels of the Creator which was lost to us through translations and transliteration and what I now call transobliteration. So we do not know the truth. We do not have the truth in its entirety. But it's always good to have a person who can translate the Bible for us in the filthy English language that can actually read the source language. Most people who are reading the so-called source languages today are people who are reading a version of the true Gabare language, which is the source language for which the scriptures is translated from. There's still truth here. You still can come to some true understanding here. But the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, is to understand the roke. It's to understand the roke. You see, the Creator is not going to leave you clueless. He's not going to leave you in confusion. So if you go to him in prayer and you seek the truth, you will find it. You will find the truth. The truth is there. It's floating in the air. It's really there. Information is floating in the air. And when you make a decision to want to know the truth will come to you with flying colors. If you truly want to, and you're seeking it. If you seek, you shall find. If you knock, the doors shall be open unto you. If you ask, you shall receive. I believe that with everything in me, because that's how I was led to the ravenous bird. That's how I was led to the ravenous bird. All right, so I am back on all social medias again. I'm not just going to focus my attention on one. I'm going to focus my attention on all social medias because I have a message for Black people who can trace their lineage through the Atlantic slave trade. If you can trace your lineage through the transatlantic slave trade, this is for you. My whole focus is you, because you were lied to, you were deceived, you were bamboozled, your history was taken from you, your culture was taken from you, your name was taken from you. The Creator, the true God of the Hebrews, was taken from you, and you don't know who you are, just like I didn't know who I am. We were scattered amongst the nations under a curse. And that's why I'm titling this one, Black Jamaicans, you are still under a curse. Now, the reason why I'm focusing on Jamaica, man, is because I am from the beautiful island of Jamaica. I was born there. My ancestors was taken there by ships. And we were born there. And because we were born there, I can't talk to you right now. And because while I was born there, I tried to look at the culture. What is going on here? Wait. Come on. All right. Yes, good. Because I was born there, we tried to look at my culture in Jamaica. I tried to look at my ethnicity, where I come from. You know what I mean? What's the true background to where I come from? Because we think we're Jamaicans, we think we're Barbadians, we think we're Canadians, we think we're from North America or South America. But if you can trace your lineage to the Atlantic slave trade, you are the true Hebrew, the true people of this book. The true people. You are sons and daughters of the Creator, the Almighty, the highest power in the universe. That's who you are. But if you don't know this, if you do not know this, then you will be lost to ignorance. You will be lost to every wind of teachings. Your name doesn't belong to you. Your culture doesn't belong to you. And that which you worship is false. Let me just get it straight out there, so I'm not pulling no punch today. It is false, ladies and gentlemen. It is false. That's why I will here to tell you straight up. And I don't have a lot of time today because I got a meeting today. I got a meeting at 11 o'clock. I don't got a lot of time, but I know I have to stop and talk to you. No government on earth worship the Creator. No government on earth. So stop putting your trust in government where you're going to vote. You think your vote count? It does not count. it has an illusion as it counts. Because what you don't think and what you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, there is a government within a government. One for the catechumens, the goyim, the uninitiated ones, one for the uneducated one. And I'm not talking about education where you learn in school. I'm talking about education of the truth. Okay? So there's a government within a government, and that government controls what you see, now, hear, think, and feel. And you think by putting your finger on an ink on a paper, or you think by voting you're making a difference. You're not making no difference. Okay, you must understand who controls this, who are running this. The Creator sets up the affairs of men. He's the one doing this, ladies and gentlemen. You must understand the 21 families that control the financial infrastructure of Jamaica is being led by the Creator. The only problem is that they are greedy and they're selfish and evil. And you have to understand what the Creator promised. He promised evil upon us, confusion of a face. We're under a curse. And that's what you don't know. So you think everything is running smooth. No, it is designed to curse you, to destroy you until you are dead. That's why you can't get ahead. You feel like there's a hand against you. You ever wake up in the morning and feel like a hand is against you? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a hand is against you. Yes, a hand is against you. A hand is against you. The hands of Yahweh is against you. And he's using these families who have teamed up and intertwined and intermarried to keep you suppressed. If you can trace your lineage through the Atlantic slave trade, I'm talking to you. You are suppressed by the Creator for the very reason that you have entered into a curse because of disobedience. But I want to focus on Jamaica today. So before I do that, let me play something to you from The Ravenous Bird, brought by Ship. If you have not checked out The Ravenous Bird, you need to go check him out. I want to play this for you. I want you to listen. I could share my screen, but I'm not going to go through that so that some of you can see it. But it's all right. Just listen up here, because I'm speaking directly to Jamaicans. Listen up, Jamaicans.
The next region to look at is Zone 2, which is the Caribbean West Indies. The tribes of Ya'usharal shipped here during slavery are the two tribes of Aparim, aka Ephraim, and Manasseh, aka Manasseh. These two tribes make up the house of Ya'usab, aka Joseph, and they are two full tribes, not two half tribes. The two sons of Ya'usab were adopted by their grandfather Ya'ugakab in Genesis chapter 48, and this is what bumped the total number of tribes up from 12 to 13. Aparim was the younger brother, but he was given a greater blessing to have a multitude of descendants far greater than the numbers of his older brother Manasseh. The combined blessing for these two tribes in Genesis chapter 49 verses 22 to 26 read as follows. Ban Parath Ya'usab, Ban Parath Gale Gain, Banoth Saida Gale, Shor Wayamarahu, Warabo Wayashatamho, Bagale Chatem, Watasha Ba'ethan, Kashato Wayapazo, Zaraye Yadeo Mayede, Aber Ya'ugakab Masham Rai, Aban Ya'usharal, Ma'al Abecha Wayazaracha, Wa'ath Shade Wayabarachacha, Barachath Shemem Magal, Barachath Fa'om Rabatsaf, Facha, Barachath Shedem, Baracham, Barachath Ebecha, Gabaro, Gal Barachath Hahore, Gad, Za'uf Gabaif, Olam Fa'e'en, Lara'ash Ya'usab, Walakadkad Nazir Acheo.
That's the original language.
A son of fruit is Ya'usab, son of fruit upon a well. The branches run over the wall. Bitterly grieved him, and shot at him, and hated him, have the lords of archers. But his bow remained in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty one of Ya'ugakab. From there is the shepherd, the stone of Ya'usharal, by the God of your father who will help you, and by the Almighty who will bless you. The blessings of heaven above, the blessings of the deep sea that reclines below, the blessings of the breasts and of the womb, The blessings of your father have excelled the blessings of my ancestors, up to the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. They shall be on the head of Yaosab, and on the crown of the head of him who was a Nazarite among his brothers. The richness of this blessing would take days to cover fully, so we will be brief and to the point. Yaosap is here given the greatest blessing among Yaogakab's 12 sons. He will be the most fruitful son, which means he will have the most descendants. But as we stated earlier, these tribal
That's
blessings
Joseph.
look forward to the last days during and after the curse of Deuteronomy 28 and 68. In other words, the blessings are given to help the tribes find themselves again because they will experience a collective amnesia, and these blessings are designed to help them snap out of it and remember who they are. In Genesis 49 and 23, it says, "The lords of archers, or the lords of arrows, Baale Chatzim, have shot at Yaosap and hated him bitterly." The expression obviously refers to an enemy who has superior firepower to maintain his dominance over this tribe. The whites who controlled the slaves in Haiti had superior military technology in the form of rifles, and a rifle is a lord of arrows. This superior weaponry allowed the whites to control the slaves even though the slaves outnumbered the whites 10-1. When the slaves tried to fight back, they would get shot at and struck down by these rifles, and this brutal display of violence scared them into obedience. All of this history in the Caribbean is condensed into one verse in Genesis chapter 49 and 23. During the Haitian Revolution, although the whites had the superior technology, the slaves were able to get their hands on some of their rifles. Now they had a bow to level the playing field, which is stated in Genesis 49 and 24, and their bow remained strong. But it was not just the rifles. The slaves also had greater physical strength. And this is what the scripture means when it says, "The arms of his hands were made strong." Their greater physical strength, paired with the rifles they stole, allowed them to overpower the whites and free themselves of slavery. After the revolution, Haiti became the shepherd and the stone that helped to liberate OMPP slaves throughout the rest of the Caribbean and in South America. Haiti instituted the movement, which, ending in Brazil in the 1860s, resulted in driving the institution of slavery from the New World. But what gives us the confidence that the blessing is talking about the slaves who were shipped to the Caribbean? Genesis 49 and 25 describes the environment of the place where the tribes of Aparim and
How about now?
Manashar
Can you hear
dwell.
me
It is
now?
a place where the heavens are blessed above, and where the ocean is blessed and reclines below, where the breast and the womb are blessed, and where everlasting hills exist. In other words, the place where Yahweh brings the house of Yaosap by
Can you hear me?
ships is simply a
Now living
tropical
in the Philippines.
paradise. The skies above are blessed, and the seas below recline, meaning they are calm and beautiful, and there are majestic hills. These details do not really fit the territory inherited by the house of Yaosap in the Promised Land, but all of it fits the Caribbean West Indies. As if this were not enough, Genesis 49 and 26 adds that all these blessings will rest upon the head of Yaosap, and that the crown of his head is the crown of a Nazarite with his brothers. The word Nazir in this verse is not a verb. It is a masculine noun.
Can anybody else hear me?
Translations which
Over there
read,
on-
"who was separated from his brothers," is not accurate. This clause is saying that the house of Yaosap would produce men who take the Nazarite vow and lock up their hair in their tropical paradise. And we have to keep in mind that
All right, sorry dear. I was told that some people can't hear me on Now Living in the Philippines. Hold on, let me make sure. Hold up, don't move. Let me get on here and see if you can hear me. All right, sorry dear. Okay, they can hear me there, but let me see Now Living in the Philippines. Give me a second. I don't know why they can't hear me there, but we'll see. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why you're not hearing me. You should be hearing me. Easy. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna go live here and then I'll see if I'm coming through. Yep. Yeah, it's not coming through at all. I don't know why. All right, so I will cancel this one and I'll start right over. Yeah, it's definitely not coming through at all because I can actually hear. I'm on the live and it's not coming through. All right. Those who are watching me and now living in the Philippines, you can watch me at Maycha'al or you can go to TikTok and watch me at Maycha'al, Facebook at Maycha'al, or you can watch me on Instagram at Maycha'al1. But I'm gonna get out of this and come right back. Definitely no sound. I don't know why there's no sound. All right. I'm gonna not keep you guys waiting. Let's continue.
Locks and liberty in the Caribbean preceded the Rastafarian movement. Wala ya osap amar, ma barakhat ya o aratso, mamagad shemay matar wa mathaum baratsaf facha. Wa mamagad thabot shamash, wa mamagad garash yarachem, wa maraash harare kadam, wa mamagad gabayot golam, wa magad arats, wa malah, wa ratson shachane sana, wa othar la arash, ya osap wa lakad kad nazer acheo, wa chor shoro hadarlo, wa karane ra'am karaneo, baham gamem yanagach, Yachado, Apase Arats, Waham Rababoth Aparem, Waham Alape Manashah. And to Yaosaf he said, Blessed of Yao is his land, from the precious things of heaven, from the dew, and from the deep that reclines below, and the precious produce of the sun, and the precious put forth by the moons, and from the chief of the ancient mountains, and from the precious things of the everlasting hills, and for the precious things of the earth, and the fullness of it, and the will of him that dwelt in the bush. Let it come upon the head of Yaosaf, and upon the crown of the Nazarite with his brothers. A firstborn of a bullock is his glory, and horns of a rhino are his horns. With them nations will he gore at the ends of the earth. And these are the millions of Aparim, and these are the thousands of Manashah. The blessing by Maycha'al in Deuteronomy chapter 33, verses 13 through 17, repeats some of the themes from the blessing of Yaogakab in Genesis chapter 49, verses 22 through 26. We again hear about the physical beauty of the land where the house of Yaosaf would dwell. This land is a paradise blessed with everything that is precious, everything produced by the sun, which means tropical fruits, and produced by the moons, and this refers to the harvest moon, which allows farmers to harvest after sunset in the light of the full moon. We also hear that the house of Yaosaf would dwell in the bush, which is a striking detail that fits the Jamaican bush where runaway slaves established maroon communities. Mention is made again that the house of Yaosaf would produce Nazarite men among their brothers, men who would lock up their hair and refrain from strong drink. A new detail is that the house of Yaosaf has the glory of a young bullock and the horns of the rhino. He uses these horns to gore nations at the ends of the earth. We know how these two tribes got to the ends of the earth. They were brought by ships to fulfill the curse of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68. But the amazing detail that they would have rhino horns and use them to gore nations at this distant location fits the numerous slave uprisings in the Caribbean West Indies and the Haitian Revolution, which was the only successful slave revolt in recorded history. The rhino is an animal you simply cannot tame or domesticate. It has been known to attack and to derail trains with its great strength. That pretty much sums up slavery in the Caribbean to a T. The final detail provided by Maycha'al and his blessing allows us to know who is Aparim and who is Manashah in the Caribbean. Aparim numbers in the millions, but Manashah in the thousands. This means the tribe of Aparim are those OMPP in the larger islands of the Caribbean, which have the highest number of slaves imported. The tribe of Manashah are those OMPP in the numerous smaller islands of the Caribbean. If your ancestors are OMPP who were shipped to Haiti, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, or Cuba during the slave trade, you are from the tribe of Aparim. And if your ancestors are OMPP who were shipped to Trinidad or Tobago or Puerto Rico or Barbados or the Bahamas or Netherland Antilles or St. Lucia or St. Vincent and the Grenadines or Grenada or the U.S. Virgin Islands or Dominica or Antigua or Barbuda or Bermuda or St. Kitts and Nevis or Cayman Islands or the British Virgin Island or Turks and Caicos Islands, you are from the tribe of Manashah.
All right, we're gonna do this again. I want you guys to hear it again. The soul part. I don't know why it's not going live.
And to Yahosap he said, Blessed of Yahoo is his land, from the precious things of heaven, from the dew, and from the deep that reclines below, and the precious produce of the sun, and the precious put forth by the moons, and from the chief of the ancient mountains, and from the precious things of the everlasting hills, and for the precious things of the earth, and the fullness of it, and the will of him that dwelt in the bush. Let it come upon the head of Yahusap, and upon the crown of the Nazarite with his brothers. A firstborn of a bullock is his glory, and horns of a rhino are his horns. With them nations will he gore at the ends of the earth. And these are the millions of Aparim, and these are the thousands of Manasseh. The blessing by Maycha'al in Deuteronomy chapter 33, verses 13 through 17, repeats some of the themes from the blessing of Yahuwah in Genesis chapter 49, verses 22 through 26. We again hear about the physical beauty of the land where the house of Yahuwah would dwell. This land is a paradise blessed with everything that is precious. Everything produced by the sun, which means tropical fruits, and produced by the moons. And this refers to the harvest moon, which allows farmers to harvest after sunset in the light of the full moon. We also hear that the house of Yahusap would dwell in the bush, which is a striking detail that fits the Jamaican bush where runaway slaves established maroon communities. Mention is made again that the house of Yahusap would produce Nazarite men among their brothers, men who would lock up their hair and refrain from strong drink. A new detail is that the house of Yahusap has the glory of a young bullock and the horns of the rhino. He uses these horns to gore nations at the ends of the earth. We know how these two tribes got to the ends of the earth. They were brought by ships to fulfill the curse of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68. But the amazing detail that they would have rhino horns and use them to gore nations at this distant location fits the numerous slave uprisings in the Caribbean West Indies and the Haitian Revolution, which was the only successful slave revolt in recorded history. The rhino is an animal you simply cannot tame or domesticate. It has been known to attack and to derail trains with its great strength. That pretty much sums up slavery in the to a T. The final detail provided by Maycha'al and his blessing allows us to know who is Aparim and who is Manasseh in the Caribbean. Aparim numbers in the millions, but Manasseh in the thousands. This means the tribe of Aparim are those OMPP in the larger islands of the Caribbean, which had the highest number of slaves imported. The tribe of Manasseh are those OMPP in the numerous smaller islands of the Caribbean. If your ancestors are OMPP who were shipped to Haiti, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, or Cuba during the slave trade, you are from the tribe of Aparim. And if your ancestors are OMPP who were shipped to Trinidad or Tobago or Puerto Rico or Barbados or the Bahamas or Netherlands Antilles or St. Lucia or St. Vincent and the Grenadines or Grenada or the U.S. Virgin Islands or Dominica or Antigua or Barbuda or Bermuda or St. Kitts and Nevis or Cayman Islands or the British Virgin Island or Turks and Caicos Islands, you are from the tribe of Manasseh.
All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, why is this important? Why is this important for you to know this? Because if you don't know who you are, I'm telling you, you'll never be free. You got to know who your God is. Which God are you worshiping? You cannot worship the God of your slave masters. And we were slated to worship these gods. It's written in Deuteronomy 28. We were slated to worship these gods, the God of wood and the God of stone. We were slated. These are gods our fathers did not know. Our fathers worshiped the true and living God until they start worshiping idols and false gods. And because of the worship of these gods and the breaking of the Shabbat, we were always routed into evil. Evil was delivered, administrated unto us because of the fact that we leave our first love and to go commit adultery with these false gods. And so our brothers and our sisters who have been shipped through the Atlantic slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, who are the true Hebrews, scattered all over the world, according to Deuteronomy 28:68, all over the world through enslavement. We are worshiping the gods of our encaptors, of our slave masters. Christianity, Islam, to name the two. We must understand that these religions were talked about before we were slaves here. The God of wood is Christianity. It's self-explanatory there. I don't have to go through any details to let you see that. Okay? The God of stone is the Islamic religion. The one they call Allah. Think about this for a minute here, ladies and gentlemen, because what do every Islam or Islamic convert have to do at least once a year? They have to go to Mecca, where they have a cube over this rock, where they have marched around and bow prostrate to. The God Allah and the God Yahweh is two different gods. The God of the Christian faith, Jehovah, the Almighty, or whatever they want to call him, Jesus Christ, is a different God from Yahweh and Yahushua, who he has sent, the one who he has sent, the true Messiah. So the true Messiah, he himself is not a God. He is sent from our people to our people. He's not black. He's not white. He's black. And I know people that it doesn't matter. It matters very much. Because if it doesn't matter, then look at the fact that they painted him white with blonde hair and blue eyes. And in your image, you've been praying to this all your lives, but you don't know the truth. You have been made to be deceived by the Creator. He's the one doing all this. He's the one keeping you into confusion. He's the one who brought evil upon you. The Creator is doing that based upon the fact that you are disobedient. So I'm talking to my fellow Jamaicans today that you have to come to an understanding that you are still under a curse. You're still slaves. I'm talking to all those who can trace your lineage through the Atlantic slave trade. Now, don't get me wrong. There are few of us that is doing great. There are few of us that become billionaires through some sort of, entrepreneurial gifts or opportunities, or through some, great talent of yours. All right? And you might think because you got the big house and you got the money and you living like the white man, or you living like your slave masters, you're not still under a curse. You are under a curse. You're still under a curse. You're just being used to give false hope to the others, the catechumens, who are trying their very best every day to be like you, to have what you have, and to have the master's bedroom and all that good thing. Basketball. You understand what I'm saying? You hear where I'm coming from? This is where I'm coming from. But if you don't understand what's going on, you're going to be trapped and you're going to be lost. There are 21 families in the Jamaica diaspora that controls the economy of Jamaica. And if you look at them, they're Chinese and European, of European descent. They are not black. They are not black. So Jamaica, the island, is overrun from in the 50s, not even from the 50s. We supposedly got independence in 1962, I believe. But before that, They come to Jamaica and they kill off the Arawaks Indian, and all the different Indians were there, and take over the land just like they do everywhere they go. Pilgrim the land, and then they bring us there to Jamaica from other countries. Now, you got to understand that the indigenous people all over the world were black. The first people on the planet were black. Adam is black. The actual word Adam or Adam means dark earth, as well as it means man or first man. The Creator said, let us create man in our image. He was talking about us, the first man he created. All man come from the one man Adam. Even all women comes from the one man Adam. Out of Adam, he created the woman, the black woman. Science has proven this. I don't have time to get into that with you. What I'm doing is I'm calling my fellow Jamaicans to say, hey man, you got to take a look at this. You got to recognize that you're under a curse and you're slated to be destroyed. You will not gain any favors with the Creator unless you come back to his covenant, come back to his truth, call upon his name, and his name is Yahweh. That is his name. What is his name? Yahweh. That is his name. It's not Jehovah. It's not Jesus. It's not Yahuwah, Yahweh, Yahawashai. It's none of these names. You want the true history on this? Go check out the Ravenous Bird. Ravenous Bird, Ravenous, Ravenous Bird on YouTube. And look up true name of the Creator. Then look up brought by ships. Go and see how your ancestors were scattered all over the place. This is what I was playing for you, so you can hear it. And then look up leave on wings. You are slated to come out of the land of your enslavement, and you must go back to the wilderness where he will restore his covenant upon you and his blessing upon you and make you into a powerful nation. You were not meant to be the head, the tail. You were meant to be the head. You were not meant to be slaves. You were meant to be kings. Your father is a king, king of the universe. You are sons and daughters of the Most High God, the only true God. The single God, not no triune God. The Trinity is a lie perpetrated from historical disobedience and falsehood. The Trinity is not just a Christian religion. The Trinity is not just a Christian religion. And if you did not know, Christianity is the religion of your slave masters. They taught you how to be Christians. Good Christians. Remember now, when they were enslaving you and beating you, still to this day, they hold power over you. You have no economics for yourself. You have no hospitals, no schools, no supermarket. You have no infrastructure for yourself as a people. And all the prophets and all those who raised up to give you solidarity are slapped down by the Creator. It is the Creator who did it. Don't think it's the white man who orchestrated. No, they are used by Yahweh. They are puppet masters to keep you down. Yahweh has a plan for them. Their time is coming. But not until you come to a realization that you are in a situation that there is no hope for you unless you turn to the Creator. And so you're turning to government. You rally around government who doesn't look like you. You're voting for people who don't look like you, who don't have your self-interest at heart. You don't understand. So you're rallying around government and you think through government you can get solidarity and prosperity. It's not going to happen. Look at your history. It's never going to happen. There is no one coming to save you. Listen to me. Hear me and hear what I'm saying, my fellow Jamaicans. Nobody a come for you. Nobody a come to save you. There's no one coming from heaven to save you. That's not how it works. Surely the arms of Yahweh, the Creator, will do nothing but to reveal his secrets to his servants, the prophets. I'm telling you, the information coming from heaven, but it's not coming through the entities by which you think it's going to come through. It's going to come through his servants, the prophets. And so if you want to know the secret things that belong to the Creator, you got to go through his prophets. And these people who are preaching to you and lying to you, they're not prophets. No government on this planet worship the Creator, because true worship is obedience. It's not going to some church and singing some song and giving some tithes. Listen, I'm telling you, stop giving your tithe. I don't like to tell people what to do, because you're a grown man, you're a grown woman. But I want to tell you straight up, stop giving your money to the church. You want to be blessed? Stop giving your money to the church. They lie to you and make you feel guilty if you don't bring in your tithes and your offerings. But if you read the Bible, you'd have seen, say the tithe and the offering goes back to you before God. You have to eat and drink your offerings amongst your family before God, Yahweh, the place where he put his name. So if his name is not in a particular place, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. They're fleecing you like sheeps. They fleecing you. You are the one that's keeping this going. You are because of your ignorance, and you're taking your money, giving it to these places. You should sue them for you. Take back your money. Because your money is your heart. That's where you work. Where your treasures is, your heart will be. That's what the Messiah teaches. You understand? So if you don't understand what I tell you, then you're going to continue to run around in the Ferris wheel. Take back your, stop giving your money, because here's the next truth that I want you to know. No religion on this planet worship the Creator. Why do I know this? How do I know this? I was part of these dumbass religion, man. But I'm telling you, no religion worships the Creator, because worship is obedience to what? His law, his decree, his statute, and his precept. Read it here. Read and see. Whenever they break the law of Yahweh and start worshiping false gods and not keep his status and decree, what happened? He sent snakes, he sent disease, he sent famine, he sent death and destruction, he sent the sword. It's been our history. Look at your history. Your history does not start in the 1600s, ladies and gentlemen. Your history starts at creation on the sixth day. As a matter of fact, it goes even further than that. Your history starts in the mind of your Creator. The problem, you don't know it. So you depend on government and you depend on religion. And I tell you, say, no religion, no government worship the Creator. Now, let me tell you the other three. I'm done, because I say I have a meeting. I'm not going to stay here with you long. Normally, I would stay here 2-3 hours with you. But no, I got my own business to take care of. No religion and no government on earth worship the Creator. You heard me say that. Number 3, no nation on earth worship the Creator. When we were scattered into slavery in Deuteronomy 28, when our ancestors came through the Atlantic slave trade, we ceased to be a nation. We have become worms. We have no power for our predators. We only prey on each other. That's why we become worms. Worms only can prey on other worms. That's why you see they make a big stink about black on black crime. Like only black people commit crime. Is it only black people commit crime? White people don't commit crime too? If you look at the statistics when it comes to abortion, white people abort more children than black people. They not tell you that. More crimes are committed by white people than it is by black, because you have to understand something. You have to understand the thing. Who bringing in the guns in the country? We don't have no boat. We don't have no infrastructure to bring in this. White people commit more crimes than black. Who bringing all the drugs into the countries? Where they come from? Who bringing disease and pestilence all over the place? And and ravishing the earth of its resource. Come on, man. Who doing the mass murder all over the place? You see black people killing off people all over the place? Black people only have strength to kill themselves, like I said, because it's their worm mentality, crab in a box mentality. And that is because of the curse. And so these white elites, they use the black infrastructure. Anyone who has the brain and the know-how and the ability to bring about change, they either neutralize them or they join, or they make them join them. They offer them crazy money. Look at all the presidents, all the black presidents of Jamaica. You know, when I was growing up, we have Edward Seaga and Maycha'al Manley. Edward Seaga and Maycha'al Manley. Yes, Maycha'al Manley born in Jamaica. So that make him a Jamaican by birth. But if you look for Maycha'al Manley, where people are killed for and die for, that man that look like you. A white man sent to lead. You think Jamaica have freedom? Jamaica have no freedom, my youth. They claim that they give you independence in 1962, but who own all of the infrastructure? Do you know that no governor in a Jamaica can be appointed without the queen? Well, the queen dead now. Without the king? No governor in a Jamaica can't vote in somebody. The king right now used to be the queen, and the king now have to do it because the king still own the rights. Right now they find oil at Jamaica. Oil at Jamaica. They've been searching it for it since the 1950s, and they finally find it. Now that oil can change the infrastructure of Jamaica and put Jamaica on the map. Look how much gold they find over there in Africa, in one of them African country there. But who are the poor people in the country? Some of the richest place have the poorest people. Think about that. And if you look at the people who are poor, the underclass, the undermined, is those who have melanin skin. Even if they speak a different language, their melanin become a curse to you. But this is the richest skin. You know how rich melanin is. The white people are harvest melanin. That's why you see kids that disappear and women that disappear and all kind of disappearance and kidnapping and all that. You don't understand how rich melanin is. The foreskin of our babies, when they take those and abort our babies, you don't know when they use the enzyme and all of the tissues to recreate it. All right, man. I get violent right now, and I'm kind of mad now. You know, I get mad because when you see the truth hidden from us for so long, and somehow we will never come out, because that's why, you see, you're chosen because you hear and you act upon it, And most people got hear and don't do nothing. And me feel bad for them. Me feel bad for them, Jano. You know what I'm saying? Me feel bad for them because
you are watching TMB, Truth Matters Broadcasting.
Yeah, man, let me cool myself down a little bit there. Like I said, me I forget out there time ago. I don't know. But still, Jamaica. 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 You used to be called how you pronounce that? Jamaica. It never used to spell with a J. Much people don't know that. It never used to spell with a J. You spell with an X. You know why? Because the letter J, is the last letter to enter the English language. Most people don't know that. Because they do no research. The letter J is 500 years old. Therefore, it couldn't be the name. Jesus could never be the name given by which we must be saved, because there was no letter J before 1524. So that the information alone supposed to get your head rattling to say, wait a minute. You don't realize, they go on YouTube and look up how to make the Negro a Christian. You see, every facet of your life was studied, and that's why they have their masters over you, because they study every facet of your life. They realize how you think, how you work, they realize your talent, and then just use it. And you get a little piece and you think say you're good, but them are fleece you, my youth. Jamaica is one of the most influential countries of all the little islands in the world. Jamaica, one of the biggest influential. You know why? Because you come from the tribe of Aparim. Joseph. Look at Joseph. He can get the dream from God and go to Egypt and then he become the most powerful man in Egypt. And that's a fear bloodline that you come from Joseph. You understand me? So you have to understand who you are. So let me just wrap this up real quick because I'm gonna touch this up again. I mean now hold no, when I used to come to you in like a preaching mood because you see me still have that kind of mindset when it comes to delivering a message. But starting today, I'm done with that because here what? I forgive you the raw truth because nobody not tell you the truth. They want you to feel good. Me want you to feel bad. They want you to feel nice and feel joyful. Me want you to feel bad. Because when you feel bad, then you're going to think about it. But you see, when you feel joyful and you feel good, that's going to wear off. In a 2-3 minute, it wear off. Nobody remember the good stuff. But they keep on their mind the bad stuff. You know what I say? I just so we mind build. You know, like it's like a defense mechanism. When somebody tell you, say your breath think, are you done, sir? It depends on your mind for days. But somebody tell you look nice and you look beautiful. That you laugh and you're happy for a couple of minutes or maybe a day. But God, that's it. But let me tell you, say you're dunce. Let me tell you, say you're stupid. Guess what happened? All 2, 3, 4 months, sometimes all years, it's still there on your mind because it's just generating in your mind. So me want you to feel bad. Me don't want you to feel good. Me want you to feel bad. Because when you feel bad, it's going to stay up on your mind and maybe you're going to want to prove me wrong and thing. And I want you to prove me wrong, Because if you can bore all in my thing, then me have to go back and join board. But you can't bore all in my thing because you see, when I give you, what I'm giving you is not mine. You see, me don't own what I give you. Me receive what I give you. Me digest what I give you. Me eat what I give you. Me give it to my family. Them eat it, digest it. Now I give it to you. What you want to do with it are your problem. That are your problem. So you can't make me feel bad. You can't try to tell me nothing. Because me not come here so to hear what you have to say against me. Me not care what you have to say against me. Me I give you information and what you do with it that are totally up to you. You see it? No government on earth, me tell you already. No religion on earth, me I tell you now. Worship the Creator. Watch this. No nation on this planet. Me not care where they come from. Me not care how holy they look like. Let me start with the Jews over there, so where act like say them are the true people of God. They cannot be the people of God, ladies and gentlemen. But for years, me believe that through Christianity, because you see, Judaism create Christianity. Christianity come out of Judaism. So it's incumbent upon you, if you're a Christian, to believe that them are the people. Because them Jesus look like them. Them God look like them. So when you worship and you see them, you think y'all see the God in the heaven. But you know, look into it and realize, because we never were taught, we never were given the information, ladies and gentlemen. If we look for ourselves, so I'm going to give you the information now. Watch this. You see, in Genesis 15, the Creator told Abram, he said, listen, your children will be in a land not their own. Listen to what him said. When Abraham said, I'm no picking you give me everything, but you not give me no picking. He said, hold on, how am I going to know so I'm going to inherit the land? You don't give me no picking. How me know I'm going to inherit it? Because you see, inheritance is through children, childbearing. Wealth, true wealth is through childbearing. People don't understand them thing here. That's why they don't want you to have no picking. Them I tell you, say you must have 1 and 2. I feed them thing that's why them whole country now. You know, see what happened in the country all over the place now. They have no generation to carry them because they weren't having kids. If you look at Egypt, now, what the Egyptian king said, what the Egyptian emperor or whatever they call him, when he said the Israelite them, and then I not like to use the word Israelite because Israelite is a false name. When you say you call yourself an Israelite, you're under a curse because you don't know the truth. The true name for the true Hebrews, it has to be the name of the God that we worship. You see, he said, if my people are called by my name, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and turn from them wicked ways, and I will hear from heaven. That's what he said. So if we are called ourselves Israel or Israel, then we gotta fi name the same name or have the same or something about him. Now, most of other things say he name Jah. You know, especially on the Jamaican. Jah Rastafari, Jah. He no name Jah. Like me tell you, said the letter J did not come into existence until the year 1524. Pretty much when slavery started Jamaica. Because slavery started Jamaica in like 1500. Slavery started in America in the 1600. All right? So, we don't see no. That's why most people, when they say Yah, right? Yah, them say Yahuwah, Yahweh Shai. Because them using the Yah and using it to say it is in the name. Like when you say Hallelujah, right? Hallelujah. Them think I'm name. But then they realize, say, if them really did do them research, then would realize, say, Yah means everlasting. The creator is everlasting, but that's not his name. Because I can prove that biblically to you. I'm here why you can prove that. Because there's many places they use the word. All right, for instance, if you look at the Messiah said something about Dwayne. He said, my Lord said to my Lord, sit here while I make your subjects your footstool, right? Or something like that. I'm going to use the same Lord in the same sentence. Lord, Lord. If you're a Lord, then the creator have your name, or you have the creator name, if he called Lord. You see what I'm saying? In Exodus 3 or Exodus 4, when Marsha, aka Moses, asked him, what is your name? He says, my name is the Lord. Come on, that's not no name, that's a title. If you look it up and you see it, you also say the Lord is a title. So that's not a name. Right? And then he say, I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This would be my memorial forever. So hold on, what name? Is he the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Is that his name? Or is it the Lord? The Lord is not his name. It's a substitute. Ask any scholar. The word Lord is a substitute. You understand what I'm saying? No. His true name is Yahweh. The true name of the Hebrew. That's why we are called Maycha'al. All right, let's go back now. Man, wrap this up. No. So now, let's look now. So, if these people are truly from the biblical aspect of the true people of the land, you have to go back to Genesis 15 and listen to what God said to Abraham. Where he said to Abraham, him said, your children will be in a land not their own. Isn't that what he said? Read it now, Genesis 15, he did it. It's written, right? Your children will be in a land not their own, and they will what? Be afflicted 400 years. Come on now. Let's stop right there, sir. Go in your history book and go anywhere in this world and find out if the people them were over Jerusalem or over there, so now in the promised land, who call themselves Jewish, and they're right because they're Jewish. They're not Jews. They're Jewish. If those people, ask yourself the question, where in their history they have a 400-year sentence of enslavement or affliction? Go look at the history and go look it real good. Secondly, go look and see if anywhere in the history of those people, if they were scattered all over the globe as slaves, born on a ship, bound to a new land. Go and ask them if their names were taken from them. Or do they still have the same names of their ancestors? Go and look. The only terrible history they have is that German history. Because, you know, they don't want you to call the DM. Look at because the name I know, me think I go black. You see that? Oh, okay. We think, okay, that's what we just say. Yeah. You understand? The only history that they have over there is that history. You feel me? Of Germany. And that's about 6 years it lasts. 6 or 7 years it lasts. They don't have no 400-year history, partner, of enslavement. They've never been brought by ships scattered all over the place, my friend, as slaves. So you have to rule them out. All right. Jamaica, may I talk to you? Black Jamaicans. Because, we have a motto in Jamaica, say, out of many, one people. right? And me one woman, one Chinese woman, a boss says she a Jamaican because the motto is out of many, one people. But you know, really understand that they shift the paradigm. And out of many, one people, you know, making Jamaica out of many different people or race or ethnicity that make up. No! Out of one come the many. I saw the thing really go. Out of one comes the many. Not out of many, one people. No. Out of many comes one people. No. Then reverse the thing, Aya. Out of one come many. Because that is a saying that we bring from our ancestry. Because we know, say, out of one come the rest of the world. Black people create all humanity. And at that day, the lesson they don't want to teach you. They don't want to teach you your truth. That they want you to think you come in, you're born to be slaves. Because your ancestors were slaves. Your great grandmother was slave. But no, your great grandmother was kings. They just didn't know it because they were disobedient. And it passed on to our children. You see, if you read in the law, where it say, punishing the children for the sins of their fathers until the third and fourth generations of them that hate me. So when your children are going to get punished for you, 4 generations deep, I saw a thing set. You see what I'm saying? I saw the thing set, partner. Because the creator who set the setup, I saw him set up the setup. So, but he showed mercy to 1,000 generations of them that love him and keep his commandment. So to love him is to keep his commandment. That's why I tell you earlier, obedience is worship. That's why I said no kingdom, no government on earth, no religion on earth, no government, no religion, no nation. I'm gonna tell you no church on earth worship the creator. So I think you can jump from one church to the next and think that you're good. Yeah, you jump from Pocomania to Seventh-day Adventist, from Seventh-day Adventist to Church of God. They all are going on the same road, partner. Repentance is to stop where you do. Stop everything. Give up everything. You don't understand? Unless you're willing to do this, you're never going to see this. You're never going to understand it. You're never going to make it. You're never going to understand it, partner. You have to be willing to give up everything. Everything. Repentance is to stop dead in your tracks, sir. Turn around and go home. Repentance is to come back to him. You think he moved? The creator doesn't move. The creator doesn't change. He does not change, ladies and gentlemen. He don't change. He's still the same. So when you read the Old Testament and see all of the killing, I'm preaching a message to you that's gonna burn you up. And I'm saying, yo, listen. You see. There's something you need to know about the creator. I'm done for the day. Here's what you need to know. You need to understand that the creator is a killer. No, you're never going to hear that in church. The creator is a killer, ladies and gentlemen. Him kill. Him not. Hold on. I'm not reading now in the Bible. No have Jesus now and Jesus died on the cross for us. So no good. No know him. He not change. I see him creator. He's a killer and him gonna kill a whole heap of people that are dead. And him gonna do it. Him gonna send pestilence. Him gonna send earthquake. Him gonna send storm. Him gonna send famine. Him gonna send the sword war. Enough people are gonna dead. And remember the Messiah say, these are the beginning of birth pain. You're gonna see war like you're on a scale. You look at World War I and World War II. You know, Germany, Japan, they were going from nation to nation. But I tell you, you're not seeing nothing yet. Because him gonna topple the whole infrastructure, governmental infrastructure, because him are the king. Him gonna send a rock, and that rock gonna lick down all of the infrastructure and crumble it. Him gonna put the land back in the dark age, partner. And him gonna build up him people them into a massive kingdom. And him gonna rule through him people them. So I found the time now for rule, but we have another 98 years in the wilderness. 98 years in the wilderness to become that nation. That's why you have to left Jamaica and come to the Philippines. I know it sounds crazy, but that's true. You have to leave Jamaica and come to the Philippines. You have to leave where you're there. You have to leave the islands and come to the Philippines. All right. No church, no government, no religion, no nation, no church, and no kingdom. All right. No kingdom on earth. Nobody on earth. The only people on earth that worship the Creator are those who keep His covenant. And they're not a church. They're not a part of this world, because if they're part of this world, then they become the infrastructure of this world. That's why the kingdom of heaven is not of this world. All right, me done. I forgot my wife away from me now. Me there long enough. All right, listen. I'm going to come back again, and I'm going to go no more, because, I'm going to come back again, and I'm going to go no more, because me can't be selfish now. You see, me didn't want to just focus all my energy on YouTube, because me get monetary compensation for that. And somebody want to focus all my energy, because me there, so I preach to me now. I get no monetary, and brother need a little thing, I pay bills and light bill and thing. But me now come upon you, so come ask you for nothing. Okay, you crazy? I would never come upon you and ask them, because you know what? I have to trust that the one way send me to do the message. If he can't feed me, then how not gonna feed me? If he can't make me light bill come on, then how not gonna make me light bill come on? And if Uno make me light bill come on, then I Uno mega praise. I Uno mega worship. Me not worship none of Uno. I mean, I want none of Uno worship me. That's why I don't really care about likes and thing. Me just care about the one and two of Uno with depth on yes right now, who the creator line up to hear this. You see it? So if y'all hear this, it's because the creator line you up to hear it. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, in the place, man. All right, me gotta go. I love you guys, man. I love you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Until next time.
True Matters Broadcasting.
Jamaica, forget from under the curse. You have to pack up. You have to pack up your stuff, sell all your possession, and you have to move to the Philippines, the Cebu, Philippines. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm gonna get ready to destroy the country. A whole lot will happen. It's all happening in America first. And once you see it start happening and the infrastructure in America fall, it's gonna be some shit. And he's gonna send storm. You see that storm will just come there, that's nothing comparing to the storm we're gonna come. Because we over here we're gonna chant, and we're gonna be endowed with powers from on high to sing before the Creator. And when we start do these things, you're gonna see a lot of things that happen. And the only safe place is in the wilderness. Trust me on that. You trust and believe it. And the wilderness is the Philippines, Cebu, Philippines. So with that said, go check out the Ravenous Bird. Make sure you do that on YouTube. Ravenous Bird. Ravenous. Ravenous. Ravenous Bird on YouTube. Look up true name of the creator, because you have to start with the real name, the true name. And I'm going to show you all of the different names and where they come from. Then after you do that, I really want you to look at Leave by Ships. Leave on Wings. Look at Leave on Wings, because that's what you have to do. You got to get out. If you don't get out, listen, this is no bullshit we're talking about, guys. I know people come before us and tell you all kind of something, but this is no crap. This is the real deal. Trust me on that. All right, so go pay attention, at least take a look at it and make a decision. But don't act like you don't know. If you're listening, if you're on here now, it's because he set you up to know. So you can't say you never hear. So when the ark door shut by you and the rain come and start overtaking you and you're dead, you can't go stand up in front of them and talk about you never know. Me tell you, you know, me tell you. Me tell you no. All right, good. Leave by Wings. Go check up the Ravenous Bird. Leave by Wings. True name of the creator. Brought by ships. Keep silent before me island, and then watch the rest. All right, peace. Love y'all. Out. Yeah.
Watch it now. Living in the Philippines. Don't forget to subscribe to this broadcasting.